In this video, we'll discuss adding crops to your input and ground truth images to improve performance, while still ensuring the model gets a full understanding of the shot you're working on. In the previous video, we discussed how to select input and ground truth frames when training CopyCat, and we recommended selecting frames that capture variations in motion, lighting, and focus. Then, when CopyCat is training, it will take random crops from each of those input images and use them to learn the task at hand. Now, what if the effect that you're trying to learn only changes a small portion of the input image? What if you're trying to change a small section of a face or remove a small object from the background? Well, here's an example of the crops the CopyCat will select during training. And you can see that many of the crops randomly selected will not include your effect. And this means that it will take CopyCat a lot longer to learn the task at hand. So, to increase the frequency that CopyCat sees a particular region of a frame during training, we recommend cropping around particular regions of interest and passing these crops as input to CopyCat. So this will ensure that CopyCat frequently encounters these regions of interest during training. So, say for example we had this footage, and we want to remove the blood from the actor's face. Since this region is quite small in the context of the frame, we can crop around the face area that we're changing and pass those crops as input to CopyCat. And this will ensure that the model learns how to change the regions of the face that we're interested in. But what about the areas of the image that the model shouldn't change? So, for example, the model might learn to remove dark coloured blemishes from skin coloured pixels. But there's a second guy in this footage who might also have blood that we don't want to remove. So it's important to ensure that CopyCat also sees the part of the image that it shouldn't change. So in this example, we've also added 2 full frames from the input sequence, ensuring that the model knows not to change any regions of the background or the other actor in the scene. So in summary, adding crops to your input frames will ensure the CopyCat sees these regions of interest more frequently during training, and this will decrease the amount of time it takes CopyCat to learn your effect.